Hi, and welcome back to Frantonio, PC Learning for Beginners. In this today tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create your own barcodes. Okay, the first thing you need to do is you have to go into Google and search for a font called Code 128. It's very important that you have this this font installed on your computer. So just download the code, and once you have downloaded the code, install it. And once it's installed, open Excel, and you have to do two things before. So you have to use so you put up your SKU code, yeah, like see here in this picture. I got my SKU code. Under here I have the SKUs numbers, and in here, as you can see, I generated the barcode. Yeah. So to do that is, see up here, I got code 128 into here and also into here. So in all of this column, I installed the. Okay, let me show you. Let me select this whole column here. Yeah. And you see here now I select the code 128. Okay, code 128, and I enter. As you can see now, up here where it says barcode, yeah, you also changed. But now all this column here has got all this font installed, yeah, in this column. So the only thing I need to do is select this cell here again where it says barcode up here, and only for that cell change it to whatever Calibri. Okay, so and that's it. Now your barcodes are all into here, as you can see. Yeah, everywhere is barcode 128. In the SKU code, that's where you enter your code. Yeah, but we make this through a user form. So let me show you an example. So here, as you can see, I have a button, and when I click on the button, it comes up with this small user form. In one, I enter the code, and then automatically on the barcode down there will generate it. And then when I press add data, it will be sent it to the sheet here. So let's say SKU code, let's make 6 HR, then let's do a number 1 2 3, and let's say L. You see down here the barcode automatically has generated. So now I go add data, and it will insert the data on your sheet. So you can scan then these codes, yeah, with the scanner. So it's a pretty simple thing. And also this this user form, as you can see, is you can move it around, and you can also work between other sheets, and you can work on the sheets, and it will not stop your program. So okay, then here also another feature incorporated there. See, when I press show form again, it goes away and it comes up, it goes away and it comes up. So okay, let me close now the form here, and let me show you how how this has been set up. So you need to have your go into your developer. Yeah, if you don't see the developer tab in your Excel, then go to File, go under Options, and then you go under Customized Ribbon, and here on the main tabs, Customized Ribbon, under the main tabs, you see there is here Developer. Make sure that one is selected. Once it's selected, then just press OK. Okay, by me it's already selected, so I just cancel because I got it already there. Another way to open up your Visual Basic, which is this part here, you can use, as you can see here, it says Visual Basic Alt plus 11. So you press the Alt key plus F11 and it will open the editor. So let us go now into the editor. I have it already opened here. So, and okay, now let's start first from the form. So if you want to insert a new form or whatsoever, just go press anywhere in here, right click with your mouse, and you see now you got, it comes up insert user form, module or class module. Yeah, okay. So so you select form, insert a form, and it will insert you a form. Now in this form here, this is just for testing, so here is all the properties about the form. Let me bring this one up so you can see them. So example, if I click on the form here, now I got the properties from the form. The first thing I did, usually here it will say user form 1, user form 2. So you just go up here, yeah, and enter the name for your the user form. I put it on FRM test. This is a convention we use. FRM stands for form and then the name of the form. Also here you can change backcolor. Yeah, got different colors here which you can change to your background color, example. Yeah, your border colors, border styles, and then in here you put your test. Yeah, and that will appear up here. That is the caption of the user form. So as an example, as the SKU Generator, generator, and I press enter. Now you see here it changed to SKU Generator. So anyway, one important thing is on the user form, make sure that here where it says show model is set to false. Not usually, but when it comes up it shows true. So go down there and change it to false. That's very important, because otherwise your user form will be stuck and you won't be able to move it around and you won't be able to go to other sheets and whatsoever. It will be blocked. Yeah, okay, that's about the user form. Next thing what I did here, if you press on the user form, usually there comes a toolbox. If you don't see the toolbox, then you can go here under tools, under view, and press here where it says toolbox. If it's marked, you see it. If it's not marked, then just click on it and your toolbox will appear. Now in the toolbox you have different controls. You got the selector, you got the label, you got text boxes, combo boxes, list boxes, check boxes, and so on and so on and so on. Now in this form here I only used 2 labels, 2 text boxes, and 2 command buttons. Yeah, so command buttons are this one here, command buttons. Yeah, or you can also have, depending on your version of Excel, you can also use a toggle button, but I use a command button here. So now let us check the label. So the label here, as you can see, I didn't change the name because I'm not using it in my code. So I just give a label 1 and I give them here a caption. Then here you can again set a back color, a front color. You can use a font. Example here, if I go to font, and my font here is set up 16 oblique. Okay, yeah. And the same is for the next label, which is for the barcode. So then I have 2 text boxes. Okay, now in the text boxes it's important that you name them, because it will be used in the code and makes it easier. Usually you will get when you insert a new text box, you will say here under name, it will say text box 1, text box 2, and so on. So change it. I use a convention always, like I did also with the form. For text boxes, I use the txt, and then I give it a name, like you can see here. Okay. So then again in here, you can change your fonts, and whatsoever. Let's see what font I got in here. I got 8. So let me do this as 12. I press OK. So now every time I type something is in there, it will be a font size of 12. The second text box I have here, I named this one txt SKU2. The reason is why this one here is SKU1 and this one here is SKU2. The reason I named it like that is because when I use it in the code, it's easier just to reference in a for loop, naming convention, where then I can assign to the number 2 here a variable, and it will then make a loop and we'll go through all the forms here, all the text boxes I have here. So here in this one here, it's very important that you enter the font code 128, as you can see here. Yeah, font code 128, and I gave it a size of 22. Okay. Then the next thing is this command buttons. So the command buttons here, it says add data. On the add data, there will be coming a VBA script which will take the information from the first text box, the second text box, yeah, and then it will insert it into your sheet according to the range you give them. And this one here usually starts with command button 1, command button 2, and so on. Here again, I use a convention, which is CMD for command button, and then I just give it a name add data, because it's easier to reference it after in the code. And the same is also for the close form. Close form, here again I use convention CMD and close. Yeah, and that's it. Now let us go check the data, the coding. So if you press on if you go here into add data, let me add the data. Let me right click and go into view code. So now this is the code. Yeah. Okay. The code here is very simple. So we have a couple of dimensions. We have a next row as range and a dim x as integer. That is what I told you before when I used the SKU 1 and 2 and so on. So and then here it's got an error. In case there's an error, it brings it down here on the error box. So now that we mentioned the ranges and the x and the s as an integer, which is a number, yeah. Let us set up the next row. So here example, set next row equals sheet 2, which is sheet 2 here. Cells row count 3, yeah, which means 1, 2, 3, yeah. So on the third column, and x set up offset 1, yeah. So that means why does the offset? The offset looks how many rows down you are, and it founds the next empty row. So here example, I got 3 row, then it will go automatically here on the 4th row. Yeah. So and this is the main function of the program. Is this for loop. As you see, for x equals 1 to 2, meaning because I only got two text boxes. Yeah, one is called SKU1 and one is SKU2. So if me control, that means the text box SKU and x, which is the x, which in this case would be in the first loop will be number 2, and then in the next loop it's going to be number 2. It's going to be the first x, the first x is going to be 1, and the next x is going to be 2, which is going to be SKU2. So if it's empty, then just give a message box. You need to enter a number. So practically, if you don't put nothing in the first text box, and you press up and you press the add button, yeah, then it will pop up with a message and send you, sorry, but you have to put in a number for the SKU, and he exits the stuff, and there's the next. So the next function here is the worksheet function count if, so it counts the sheet range in CC, which is this one here, yeah. The text SKU value is greater than 0, means that it's not empty, yeah. Then I mean it's greater than 0, means it's not empty. Then give me a message box, and it says this number already exists. So meaning practically it goes through the sheet here on sheet 2. Under the column C, the whole column, it checks then if a number is already inside, if he already exists or not. If he exists, then it will give you these measures. If it doesn't exist, then it goes to the next loop. So here again, yeah, for x equals 1 to 2, next row, me controls SKU1 x value, set now the next row equals next row offset plus 1, meaning now if the code, if you entered the SKU number, yeah, what it will do then, it will check again, it will check now this time for the next row, the next available row, yeah. So if the SKU 1 or 2, yeah, has a value, yeah, then set next row equals next row offset plus 0, equals offset 0,1, meaning that now it checks out the next available row here, and then it will insert the values. Then here is a short clear. Why it does this one is also again for X loop, is that it checks out if there's any values in these two text boxes, yeah, then reset them to empty, yeah. And then down here again is the on error, yeah, which we did up here, on error go to. And here's then the text, and if there's any error, it will give you an error description. Okay, now the next button is the commands, the command close button, for closing the form. Also very simple. Just use an unload me and sub. Yeah. So that means when I click close form, it closes the form, and that's it. Now on the if I put in an SKU number, yeah, this means that this is based onto the let me see the form here. If I make an entry in this text box here, which is the first one, yeah, then what it will do is when it changes, not because I changed it, because I put something new in there, then the text box SKU2, where is the barcode, yeah, the value equals to whatever value I put in the first text box, and sub. So pretty simple code. Okay, then now there's one more code we have to check, and that is, you find it here under I inserted the module, yeah, I named the module as solid, yeah, and if I double click on it, now I get in what code I put in here. So this code here, I'm going to assign I can just sign then here on this button. Yeah. But what does it do? Okay. On error, go to test. On error, go to test form show error, which is the error is down here. Yeah. So pretty simple. If the form FRM test, the user form is visible, is true, then I'll load FM test. Else, FRM test show, meaning that if it's visible and I click, so the first time when I click on the form, when I click on this button, there's no user form, so it will show it. Yeah. Then if I click it again, it will unload it. Yeah. I know it sounds a little bit confusing here because first I say unload and then show, but that's the way it works, and that is all the code. Yeah. So let me close here. Let me save here. Always save. Let me close here, and then that's it. Here, show user form, hide user form, show, hide, show, hide. And since we put this as a module of false, that's the reason why I can change this. I can print this text box wherever I want. I can even make some changes in here. So the form is still going to be there. Yeah. So let me undo this one here now. So now I showed you already how to enter code. Yeah. Let's do another code. Let's say 3. And you see, as you can see, as I type up here, down here, the barcode gets filled up already. 3AH 324 324. Let's make this one P. Tuck. Add the data, and there you got it. Let me extend this one so a little bit. So as you can see here, you see that's how you create your barcodes. So close form, and that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to my channel, share and like, and please send comments. And thank you very much again for watching. Until the next tutorial coming shortly.